Okay, you know that feeling, right? That little moment of panic when your phone's battery icon just flips to red. You're scrambling for a charger and you find one. But what looks like a totally harmless solution could actually be a pretty serious digital trap.
So picture this. Your phone is dying. You're at the airport, maybe a coffee shop or a hotel. You really need to make a call, check a map, send a text. That low battery warning feels like a ticking clock, doesn't it? So what's the first thing you do?
And then, you see it, a public USB port just waiting for you. It feels like a lifesaver. You plug your cable in, your phone's screen lights up, and that wave of relief. It's charging. Problem solved, right? Well, maybe not. So in this explainer, we're going to break down exactly what can happen in that simple moment. We'll look at the public port itself, what's really going through your cable, how the attack actually works, and why it's so sneaky. And most importantly, we'll talk about how to charge safely and understand the bigger picture here, that power itself can be a pathway.
All right, let's start with that port. It's a convenience we pretty much expect everywhere now, right? Built into walls, airport kiosks, even airplane seats. But here's the thing. What we see as a simple utility, a cybercriminal can see as a golden opportunity.
To really get the risk here, we have to look a little closer at your charging cable. Because what most people don't realize is that from the very beginning, that standard little cable was designed to do two things, not just one. And this, right here, is the absolute key to all of this. That standard USB cable has pins inside for power, sure, but it also has pins for data transfer. It's the exact same cable you use to sync photos to your computer. So when you plug into a random public port, you're not just creating a power connection, you're opening up a data line.
This specific type of attack actually has a name. It's called juice jacking. It's when hackers tamper with a public USB port, turning it into a tool to slurp up your information or even install malware onto your phone, all while you think you're just getting a helpful free charge.
Now, how this attack actually pulls it off has changed over the years. As our phones have gotten smarter and more secure, the attackers have had to get smarter too. It's like a constant cat and mouse game. See, back in the day, with older smartphones, plugging into a compromised port could be a total disaster. An attacker could get immediate, direct access to your files, your contacts, basically everything. Now, modern phones, your iPhone, your Android, they've added protections. They now ask for your permission before any data can be accessed. But this has just changed the game. Now the attack is all about tricking you.
And this is where the modern danger really is. You plug in, you're desperate for that charge, and a little pop-up appears on your screen. Trust this computer? In a hurry, you just tap trust or allow without even thinking about it. And bam, that one single tap is all it takes. You've just given the green light and opened a hidden data channel to whatever is on the other side of that plug.
So you've tapped allow. What happens next? The really unsettling answer is nothing you'd ever notice.
Your phone isn't going to send you any alerts. You won't see any kind of security warnings. From your point of view, everything is completely, totally normal. Your battery percentage is going up. But that's only what you can see on the surface. Because behind that normal-looking charge, a data pathway has just been opened. Your personal info, photos, messages, passwords, could be getting copied silently in the background. Sometimes the whole transfer happens in an instant. Other times, malware could be installed that just slowly leaks your data over weeks or months, long after you've unplugged and walked away. Okay, so that's the threat. It's sneaky, and it totally preys on that moment when we're distracted and just need power. But the good news, the really good news, is that protecting yourself from this is incredibly simple. You don't need to be a security wizard, you just have to change one little habit. So how do you stay safe? First off, the simplest rule is just avoid public USB ports altogether. The absolute safest bet is to use your own wall charger, the block that plugs into a regular electrical outlet. If you can't find an outlet, a fantastic tool is a power-only USB cable. People sometimes call it a USB condom. It's a little adapter that literally blocks the data pins so only power can get through. And, of course, probably the easiest solution is to just carry a portable power bank. That way, you're always in control of the power source.
When you step back, this whole juice jacking thing, it's not just a one-off threat. It's a perfect example of a much bigger idea in our hyper-connected world today.
What it teaches us is a really valuable lesson. We just have to be more mindful about the connections we make. Just because a port offers something we desperately need, like power, doesn't automatically mean it's trustworthy. It's about having a bit of healthy skepticism and realizing that convenience can sometimes have a hidden price.
This really shows us a new reality we live in. The lines between simple utilities and complex networks are getting blurrier every day. In modern cybersecurity, we have to remember that anything, even something as basic as power, can be a way in for an attacker. So the next time your battery is low, what's your next move going to be?